Hello, one and all. This is Luckless Lovelocks. Welcome back to Pyre. And I did a bit of practicing off recording because I was just getting absolutely wrecked in those rights. So I think what I discovered is that I need to throw myself into the Pyre more often. What I was trying to do in the last couple of rights is I was trying to throw the orb in so that I didn't get banished. You only get banished for one round, so it's worth it to just run in, get the points, douse that Pyre a bit, and be banished for one round, because oftentimes I try to throw it in, it would get caught, and then I get banished anyways. So, and I think I've got a pretty good lineup in mind that I'm pretty strong with. I during the practice rounds I didn't lose a single game, but they were still sometimes very close. So I think I'm gonna stick on this difficulty unless I really struggle with the next couple ones, and I think I just need to practice a little bit between recordings. Anyways, let's continue on the journey. Oh, there's someone to talk to. The lone minstrel seems to have something on his mind. Greetings, reader. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. The minstrel wishes to tell you something of the rights. Yes, please, especially tell me how to win them. Wellspring of information concerning your quest. Your concerns right now do not include a need to hear accounts of ancient history. No, I want to hear the ancient history. You bid him to continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rights I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obligated. In any case, when you confronted the Withdrawn, in which Udmilde, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name. Islak, the Astroborn. I hesitate to say it even now. Okay, who is Islak? A monstrosity described in myths and ballads, thought slain by the 8 scribes. I'm highly suspicious that the lone minstrel is one of the 8 scribes. Even in death, the Astroborn yet feeds upon our world, unsated by its own. Scribe Lou Scalorian. I can't remember what his name was supposed to be again. He had a name for himself. Maybe I'll say it again. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Udmilde for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if that could be believed. Even less hospitable than the, like, acidy, poisony wreck that we're in right now. It was ruled over by the greater Titans. Oh, we've seen some of the corpses of the Titans. Colossal monsters that once roamed the downside. The scribes together slew them one by one, and through this forged their bonds. The one called Islak was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Islak's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rights. Ugh. However, Islak did not truly die, for by some accounts, it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return unto whatever plane that banished it to ours. That's a nasty sounding plane if they're banishing that dude. So, in a way, it is an exile just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus, the ravings of Udmilde are more or less inconsequential for the while. Should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Okay. Yet, the history of Islak is inexorably linked to the rights, and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the books shall lead you to discover more in time. I hope all this is of some reassurance. Oh, I just had a thought. What if his employer is related to Islak? Like trying to gain power for Islak or something. And now I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. He heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest of the evening. What's everyone doing? Up in the rafters? Brushing the imps with Jodariel. Tidying up. Befriending critters, of course. Of course, that's what Faye's doing. Okay, let's move along. The path to freedom beckons you to press on. I don't know, the way that I'm playing, I don't know if we're gonna earn the freedom. Oh yeah, that's right, we were gonna get a ship here. A small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. The lone minstrel says someone here can help you pursue the stars across the sea. This is the place. Let us go to see my client's companion as soon as you are ready. Doesn't look like there's anyone to talk to. Oh. Big Bertrude is a sickly gathering. Oh, Big Bertrudes is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within shadows. Yet you can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forward. Sandalwood sent us. Sandalwood, that's his employer. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She is larger than the rest and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. Thou speakest the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. Alright, what's this ominous music? Big Bertrude is a bog dweller, once feared and respected in the Commonwealth for her sorceress work. He did he? In turn, we know who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past, Sandalwood. Doth he yet live? Speak plain and quickly. To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. See, she's asking if he's still alive, or if he's kind of like, is he back? Though I have every faith that Sandalwood lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand that he awaits us somewhere near Wakenwood, beyond the waters. Labyrinth of a forest on the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around it. Path to the sacred mount, Elodiel, lies far beyond these suffocating woods. We wish to seek him there, though. As you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Bertrude frowns at this, studying the lone minstrel all the while. Indeed, then leave us. Return at dawn, that is all. By your grace, Big Bertrude. Lone minstrel turns away, but Hedwyn stops him. Hold on, are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All should be in accordance with my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. Aye, in a manner of speaking. He helped me find a sense of purpose I thought lost. Hedwyn nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? We'll have to let the others know. You find yourself with time for your vocations while the bog dwellers go about their business. Make yourself useful during occasional moments of free time. Ah, right. So you get to pick from one of these again. Study in private. Hone your skills as a reader to grant small global bonuses to your fellow exiles during the rites. Fellow exiles to the old ways to raise their individual rank and rights. I want to try out the global bonuses. Study in private. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rites with undivided attention. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Attribute bonuses you bestow on all of your fellow exiles who participate in the rites. The triumvirate whose reader is well attuned to the book has an inherent edge against its adversaries. Focus on which aspect of the Book of Rites. Hope, quickness, presence. Oh, have we already, I don't remember picking glory, but it's grayed out, so that's strange. Okay. Each point of hope slightly reduces your fellow exile's banishment. Right. Quickness makes your fellow slightly faster. Speed seems really good to me. I don't know. Each point of presence slightly increases the size of your fellow's exile's aura. And the glory, so more damage. I'm gonna go with quickness. You concentrate on your knowledge of the 8 scribes and how together they compose the Book of Rites among their many feats. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Celerity. All Nightwings gain +1 quickness. That's pretty good, I think. Because you remember that there was that item that cost 200 gold that raised quickness by 10%. 1 quickness is like around 10%, so it's like a valuable, it's basically like a valuable talisman for all of them. Let's continue. Speed kills. The lone minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please come have a look. The others are already there. The lone minstrel beckons you to come see the wagon. Oh, what is that? I see a bell, and then we got aquariums. we have a fish now. The black wagon appears different now than it did even a day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. You people seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. The wagon should be fit for sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue. Tell that Sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Bertrude, could you tell him yourself? You wish to accompany us in our voyage north. Our group would welcome someone of your vast experience. Oh, are we gonna get to use her? She had that like cool attack where it was like multiple lines. Dare thee make flirtatious upon us? Flirtatious upon us? Not my type. I don't know, maybe Hedwyn's into her. No, Enough, but should you see that Sandalwood, tell him also to come and visit us again. Now, be gone from here, and tell no one what we were paid in favors. Oh, I wonder if there was a way to get her. She slithers off without another word. Soon the lone minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go. Just as she said, I know the navigational controls, and she'll explain. This is so exciting. I don't know how to swim. Tizo says, scree. Tizo seems to share Faye's enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I am beginning to feel ill already. Your black wagon became seaworthy. Sea of Solace awaits. Shall we set sail? To the Worm Gulf. You've not yet been down this region of the downside. Before she left, Big Bertrude shared knowledge of a current that should draw you out to sea. Okay. Well, here we go. We're just jumping right in there. All right. Now we're in a boat. In the Worm Gulf. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. It doesn't look like the cleanest sea. It's looking a bit green. We have crossed into Worm Gulf. I hope that all of you are acclimating well. Tempestuous sea of solace lies beyond this death-still body of water. Exiled worms from the Sea Dominion naturally congregate around here. I'm really curious to see what the right's going to be like this time. There is no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. Exiled worms of the Sea Dominion tend to seek out the cold of the downside seas. Known for being reckless and single-minded, they are perfectly suited to fill the Commonwealth's front lines. I'm very curious to find out what the Commonwealth is like now. Because it sounds like, you know, they've been at war for a long time. They have many enemies. And all kinds of crazy creatures. As long as we follow the cold current, Big Burchard indicated, we shall be safe. If the next rite is in the middle of this sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way, as we find ours. It is all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point on our sea journey. We seek the hulk of oars. According to the stars, next rite is there, a carcass of the doomed exploring vessel Dazraban, lost in the waters of the downside. We're looking for a vessel. Maybe that one over there. Fetid waters off the coast of Flagging Hands. Burchard's instructions are to navigate the maze of maws in a curving route bearing northeast. We can jump. Oh, we're jumping off the waves, getting some air. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seems to you a welcome change of pace for having come from Flagging Hands not very long ago. However, Jodariel seems more concerned now than before and paces ceaselessly. When she notices Ruki, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail, how is he doing? Who, Hedwyn? He's pretty much the same. Been up all night, retching into the waters, if I had to guess. First time out to sea? Is first. He turns to you. Reader, please check on Hedwyn. You have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require his swift recovery. You wish them a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. Later you find Hedwyn looking out of sorts. He doesn't look out of sorts, doesn't he? Oh, hello, my friend. It's just, the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny, all this trouble, just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about the place? Your book collection? Sure, it was highly illegal. Though just the same, you miss having had access to those volumes. Few friends you had. Your life was almost always difficult, but several of your longtime confidants did help you to get by. The food, your mouth waters at the thought of it. At least compared with what passes for sustenance here. I wonder what we're eating here. I don't think we really got a sense of what we're eating. We saw the pots, but we didn't really see the food. I'm gonna go with the friends. The friends. You tell them that there were those who did support you over the years, and that it pains you to now be apart from them. Yeah, I hear you, my friend. There's someone I miss terribly back there myself. I'm sure that when you make it out of here, your loved ones will be waiting. Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. And since he wishes to be alone, there's not much to be done for him for now. Appears Hedwyn is too ill to conduct the next rite. I was going to use him anyways. Well, yes, we do wish he gets well. I'm sorry for my interruption, reader. Please again confirm the next point on our voyage. Well, lots of choice here. I don't know what I'm going to click on. According to Bertrude's celestial landmark, you seek is beyond this strait. The Sea of Solace. Solace? Solace? By the scribes, the sea! I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you now can see what must be the hulk of oars. Far on the horizon. Oars? Not hearing these names, it's so hard to figure out how to pronounce them, but it's kind of fun. And then, of course, when I do hear them, I promptly forget how they're pronounced and just pronounce them later. Not everyone is taken well to the sea voyage, however. Oh, Tizo doesn't like it. Tizo is wondering if Hedwyn is feeling better. Oh, okay. Tizo seems very resilient. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is to wish him a swift recovery. Reader, from this point our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please, consult with your companions about which course to take. We've got a couple of choices. The Underking Pass. Faye seems to know something about it. The north current toward the hulk of oars runs as quick as Underking Oars himself. Faye believes that the 8 scribes shall bless you here. In the Fathomless Trench, the south current toward the hulk of oars teems with fish and other sea life. Tizo wants to fish for something tasty here. We're talking about what we're eating. I'm gonna go with the blessing. Oh, music is so great. You find Faye gazing down into the depths. The water is so very beautiful, and yet it's very dangerous. They always said it's very dangerous if you fall in or drink enough of it. She asking questions? But the scribes, they have protected us, and they're watching, I just know. Even out here in the waters of Underking Oars, they urge us on. I feel it. I just know. 7th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Persevering or the Sea Sojourner. The legendary leader of the Worms' undersea crusade sought to reach the edge of the abyss. Sea Sojourner, Persevering, okay. There's no denying that the North Current sends you quickly on your way. Perhaps it is the thought of reaching land again. You can sense a spring in everybody's step. +2 quit. Oh man, we're gonna be super fast. At last you arrive at the hulk of oars. After journeying across the sea, it seems the next raid is to commence here soon. Well, there's no sign of your next adversaries yet. I feel like they're going to appear shortly. Ah, okay. Let's chat with our companions first. Oh, and what's this? Nautical bell. Among the Black Wagon's seafaring equipment, Hedwyn uses it to signal when food is ready. Always, always important when you're traveling. Like, why did we have the food bell before, the dinner bell before? Only could have it. We need this to travel in the sea. We can ring it. Okay, what are these? Oh, and we've got a little desk here now. The book and the crystal. That's funny. What's this? Silver Cudgelhead. A limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It is fully grown and has led a rich life. Keepsake from the Worm Gulf. Can't quite see it. Okay. Jodariel. Reader, a moment of your time. You ask what is on her mind. Hedwyn. He is beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Hedwyn since he was a child. Even now, I hesitate to say that he has grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case that is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way if and when the time requires. In any case, when times remind me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trails off a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwyn is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and brushes past you toward the door. Well, things are starting to look, you know, pretty nice here. Okay, let's check out the booklets. Another entry. Down the river. In the words of Gol Golathanian, the Master General. The Emperor Soliamur knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. I kind of feel like reading the whole thing again at the end so we can get the whole story from beginning to end. As he traveled down the river Sklorian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time, he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished. But the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Wow. So he didn't die, even though the river, like, swallowed him up. That's crazy. Okay. Saw his people in the waters. And we've got the slug market. Oh, hey, you guys. Funny running into you out here, right in the middle of the drink. Know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. Can I click on him at all? Look at the, I didn't really notice this before, but they got these, like, slug eye antennas and these tasty looking sausages. Falcon rod. Totally looks like a falcon. Got 129. Or not. When aura casting raises the bearer's maximum range, plus 8%. Scribe Rock grants the bearer plus 2 presence. Base Stone plus 2 hope. There's the Lunar Glass. Ash and Coal. I think I'm just gonna get the Stardust. Let me take a look at what we have. Does everyone have one? I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of this lucrative contract, but I guess I just have to take advantage of it. So the 3 that I'm going to use in the next one are going to be Tizo, Faye, Jodariel. So banished by an adversary. Oh, it's only when being banished by an adversary. So That doesn't apply to Tizo's blow up attack. I don't think I want him to have that. I'd rather. Oh, that's so good. I'd rather him have. Actually, I'd rather. Yeah, quickness. He's playing kind of defense. I want her to be like being extremely offensive, and then what Tizo's gonna do is kind of maybe I should switch Rookie in for him. No. We're gonna put quickness on Tizo. What I kind of like to use Tizo as is he's like, he can control the orb really well. So if I'm in trouble, I can like just have him like run around and buy some time. But is there something better? I feel like there's something better we can equip. Maybe on Jodariel. Value 20. That's pretty good for her. +2 presence is pretty good too. I do like the +7 also. I'm gonna grab this for her. I have a lot of presents. Didn't I get the... Didn't get this also. I want the moon dust. And then what do we want to upgrade? Presence, quickness. No, I want to upgrade this. Yeah. +2. Oh, maybe it doesn't. I thought it was already +2. I don't know. Maybe that was a waste. Okay. I think we're all set. Thanks for stopping by, guys. On the next episode, guys, we're gonna commence the right, and we're gonna win this one. All right. I'm gonna try super, super hard, like as hard as I possibly can, to win the next right. Thank you so much for watching. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for now, and I love you all.